to be a fantastic final day of action down here in Altona in the western suburbs of Melbourne. First up this morning, we've got the third place men's playoff with Western Australia taking on New South Wales. We're a couple of minutes into this one, and it's 0-0 as it stands right now. Really looking forward to today. It's forecast to be a little bit cooler today. Conditions a little trying yesterday with the heat that was around, but a couple of degrees cooler. Still warm, 31 expected top today. But really looking forward to what today has in store. So our matches today, as this one unfolds in front of us, our matches today will see South Australia take on Kinner's Crew for the third place women's playoff after this one. Then we'll see the big dance, South Australia, well, they're taking on Victoria, looking to find some redemption after last year. Their loss to Western Australia. And then after that, we will see, can the Western Australians stop the juggernaut that is the Victorian women's side after 2 years of domination. But for the moment, we turn our attention to the court, and it's both sides' defences holding up at this stage. 3 minutes into the first term. So Escalade under plenty of heat there, really nicely done. Nice trail check there from New South Wales. That was Devon Johnson that laid that one, but it's Dennis that collects the ground ball and keeps possession for Western Australia. And there we go, Daniel Bowater, that's the first of the morning. And the first of the day, Western Australia take the early lead, 1-0. Took a few minutes to hit the back of the cage, but it is the West Aussies that come away with it first of the third place playoff. So we got Jacob Spilkin for New South Wales and Gene Bronkhorst from Western Australia. This time it's the West Aussies that get the job done in the middle. We got a few whistles out there. I think just officials getting on the same page where that ball's going to end up with. So Lucas Wood gets things back underway for Western Australia. Buckman tries to get it to Wood. Quick sticks from distance denied by Adderley. On the clearance, plenty of trouble here for New South Wales. And the trouble ends up with a turnover. Fresh legs for Western Australia. Bowater. Tries to shimmy his way through, ends up down to the bottom corner. Geraldine couldn't collect the rebound. Under plenty of heat here. Ball ends up in the corner. Only a few seconds on the shot clock, so the West Australians are just going to give up on this possession. New South Wales a chance now to find their first of the match. Lada back to Escalade. Feeds inside. Shot denied by Deshaun from Lewis. And Buckman's out all by his lonesome if they can get the ball to him. Ball ends up there. A little BTB opportunity denied. And the interception picked off. Here comes Joseph. Dispossessed again, so just under pressure on the clears at the moment. New South Wales having some trouble getting the ball to safety in their forward half. Just some slow possession at the moment. Western Australia getting things set up. Shot. I don't think that was safe, so that's just a tip out the back. New South Wales are really look forward to getting this into their front half with safety, and that pass isn't going to help too much. Puts a lot of pressure over Escalade. He's only got a couple of seconds to get this over. That's going to be a violation there. Really saved by their goalkeeper down the other end, Jasper Adderley. Really like the look of this young kid. He's certainly one to keep an eye on for the future. Now on the clear. The high press continues from Western Australia, but they do get it to safety in the end. New South Wales. Landell just runs into trouble, and that trouble is met by a Western Australia ground ball. Bowater. It's got Hirsch, now White. White by himself. Step past. Finds the corner. 2-0. Really nicely done there from the West Aussies. Just end-to-end stuff. New South Wales just not able to get back in time and cover those cutters coming from the box. Spilkin beaten by Bronkhorst once again. Farrell, I think he wanted the bench there, but in the end just going to carry to safety and get some support. The wind really picking up here at the Allen Lewer box court. Marquis getting the rattle and shake at the moment. We've got whistles out there right now. I think there was a moving screen, so it's going to go the way of Western Australia. Once again, don't have the stat on it, but the forward pressure they've got to keep this ball in their front half has been immense so far. White. He's got heat from Jackson Close. The little crease dive, nicely done by Adderley to hold his pipe. And they do get it to safety eventually, New South Wales. But once again, Deshaun putting the high pressure up here. That halfway line is lurking very dangerously. Holding his ground there is the New South Wales player, but only just. The ball pops out to no one in particular, but even if New South Wales do get possession here, there's only 8 left on the shot clock. Ball dispossessed, and it's anyone's for the taking here. Nicely done from Lucas Sands. Buckman does the tidying up for Western Australia. The call is to pull it out, but in the end, he cops a nice whack on the helmet, and that's going to be advantage. Western Australia here, safe from Adderley. The keeper comes, 6v5 advantage, but New South Wales will force the stoppage. We've got our first penalty of the morning, first penalty of the day. So Angus Tucker is going to serve a couple. Believe slush was the call. Harry Buckman restarts play for Western Australia. White. No one comes at him, so he just lets fly. And Mitchell White, that's goal number 2 for him. And number 3 for Western Australia. So Spilkin and Bronkhorst tied up again. No one comes out with the clean win from the middle. New South Wales collect the ground ball. The wind really picking up here this morning. An illegal off ball is going to go the way of New South Wales. Spilkin carries to safety, and it feels like a while since it's been a set 5v5 out there for New South Wales. Remiss me to mention the penalty was killed from that last goal from Western Australia. Wolf all by himself again, and that's a couple of times. This time it's Travis Wolf getting on the end of it, but Western Australia getting out the back too easily, and this time it's Travis Wolf that is the beneficiary, and Western Australia move ahead 4 goals to the good. About 3 minutes to play in this first term. Face off one forward from Spilkin, and to the advantage there of Devon Johnson. Lendells. Little wind up. He's got support at the top from Lewis, but the fumble won't prove costly at the moment. Only 10 on the shot clock, however. Not long to play here for Patel. Running into trouble, 5 seconds on the clock. Landell's just going to have to let one loose, try to get the reset. Reset successful, grand ball not. So here come Western Australia again, proved dangerous on the transition at the this early stage. And nicely done there from Western Australia to keep that ball in safety. It's the West Aussies that hit the board once again. Spilkin just waited for that ground ball in the end. It spins and holds for close. Little push, and that push deemed to be illegal. Nicely done by it close. Gets the has the advantage coming, and he won't need it because that's New South Wales's first of the morning. Jackson Close took the advantage, and doesn't he like it too? Nice finish. New South Wales on the board. So Spilkin and Bronkhorst seem to be the two designated centermen going at it once again. This time the honours go to Spilkin. Puts it to Mason Close this time, but couldn't collect that one. Under pressure on the ground ball. No one comes up with it cleanly. This time it falls to Western Australia and Buckman. Carries to the corner and waits for reinforcements to arrive from the box. White. And there could be a little foul there coming. Play will continue and the reset happens. I missed the hand out in the corner from Chris Baker. So there is a foul coming on Mason Close this time. Hold the call. So we saw successful power play earlier. Can they capitalise once again? The Western Australians. White. Nice ball movement. That's much better ball movement for Western Australia. The shot not so great though from Buckman. So game clock about 45 seconds inside the penalty clock. So they will finish this quarter man down should they not concede, New South Wales. Escalate. Just didn't really need to try and skip that pass. In the end, it gets to safety. 5 on the shot clock. Escalade will get the shot. just more the possession ball. And Patel, big contact there. And he's certainly feeling it, Patel. 19 seconds remaining in this first term. And while Patel makes his way off the court, Western Australia will resume with the extra. They'll have 20 seconds left on the power play in the quarter.
Thank you.
White and Bachman just sharing the ball across the top at the moment. Only 4 to get the shot off before the quarter ends. Feed across to Mellor, saved from Adderley, and that's going to be at the end of the first term. A fruitful one for Western Australia. Power play goal in amongst it, and they lead it 5-1 at the first break on Championship Sunday here at the Alan Lewer box court. Second quarter action not far from getting underway here. 5-1 the advantage to Western Australia, and they will also have the man advantage to start the second term. 48 seconds left on the penalty for Mason Close. Spilkin and Bronkhorst to do battle once again. New South Wales opting to start with the 3 behind the plate. And Western Australia will get to maximise their power play here. Shot, save from Adderley. Rebound collected by Wood. So shot clock and penalty clock pretty well synchronised at the moment. Wood down to Mellor. And there we go, didn't have to wait long for the first of the second, and it's Western Australia back on the board. Two for two from their power plays at the moment. Bronkhorst swings forward to himself, and he's got Dennis out in the corner. Goes to Dennis, and just like that, 2 goals in the space of a couple of seconds. Western Australia up and firing now. Nice finish there. Ashby Dennis and Bronkhorst doing the damage in the middle with the face-off once again. Spilkin wins that one back, but only as far as the most recent goal scorer in Dennis. Collected in the corner. Nicely done, Western from New South Wales, and it's Ryan Landells that gets on the end of it. Nice quick ball movement to get it from one end to the other, and converting to hit the scoreboard for the second time this morning. Spilkin wins that one back. The New South Wales players too busy occupying Mitchell White. They could have gone and get the picked up the ground ball. And the ball ends up with Western Australia here. Dangerous position, and you can't give space to a player like that. Alex Halliday finds the back of the cage. Too much time, too much space, and able to convert. Nicely done. Really starting to flex their muscles here, Western Australia. Another win from the middle, Wood. Numbers coming from the box at speed. In the end, Escalade collects it. Just dropped it in front of his teammate in Lee. Nicely done. He's got 1 to beat. Sort of gets past him, tries a little underhand shovel shot, fought against it. And we've got a penalty coming here on Western Australia. It's Travis Wolf that's going to sit down for a couple. So first power play opportunity of the match for New South Wales. Escalade flicks that one across, and pass not fantastic. It's been turned over. Farrell tries to reel that one in. Tracks it down. Landells, good body. Farrell tidies up his own work. Shot clock down to 10. Not going to matter. The turnover comes. There was a player down court open for New South Wales. Just couldn't get it there. And Farrell runs it to safety. Now Buckman, 20 on the shot clock. They'll just look to run this down. Still 1 minute and 10 to kill on the penalty. Wood just far too easily gets all the way through. I believe that one's ended up in the back of the net. So on the shorthand, Lucas Wood, a little bit too easy there, find the back of the cage. Western Australia add their 9th. Spilkin wins it forward, but only as far as Hirsch. The cut comes from Bonkhorst, and he dished one out before. Now he gets on the end of it himself. Doing all the work in the middle, and Bonkhorst has a goal to his name now. Western Australia into double figures. So Spilkin wins that one forward, but only as far as the official. So it's bobbles to no one now. There's a contest in the back corner. Wood. White's got to travel all the way back. And they'll get a full set here, and they've killed the penalty. So the shorthand goal and none conceded on their own. Nicely done there from Western Australia. White gets past the contact, inside of the pipe. Can't track it back, and a little wild stick there has ended up in the face of his opponent. So there is a power play coming here for New South Wales, but it's not going to matter, I think, for the interim. Western Australia will force the turnover. So here we go, power play coming. So it's Geraldine that's going to serve a couple for a slash. Landell's. No one comes at Landell's, so looks across to Wada. Defenders gets in the way. 15 on the shot clock, still plenty of time. Landell's nicely done. Past a couple, gets the underhand shot, and a very nice finish there from Ryan Landell's goal number 2 of the day for him. That's a smooth moving goal through the traffic. And power play successfully converted for the Whalers. Western Australia backing over is the call. I think did start with that one in the front half and ended up in the back half. Lee. Across to Wada, shot saved. And Dennis had a couple of cracks at that, ends up collecting. Gets the help from Bronkhorst. Over the top of Hirsch's head. Now with Wood. Little stick on that from New South Wales, and the stick nicely done from Miles Carlton, but it's going to be turned over now the other way. A little wind up and step, and I would imagine there's a foul coming here. Incidental contact is the call, I think, so play will continue. I thought Bowater did cop a little trip there, but play allowed to go on. Cowden needs to watch that halfway line. Under plenty of heat in that halfway line. Does the damage in the end. Little step over the line and forces the turnover. Just over 5 remaining in the second term. Adderley makes a save. close. Got Lewis for support. Gets it there. Bronkhorst is going to meet him nice and early, and that's going to be a 10-second clearance violation there. New South Wales just taking a little too long to get that one into their front half. So just all the little things not quite going their way at the moment, New South Wales. And yes, those little things do add up over the course of a match. The feed, nice cutting from Lucas Wood, denied by Adderley. And Escalade, good ground ball. He's got one in pursuit, and he's reeled him in nicely. Mitchell White forces the early shot. Simple save. It's going to stay with New South Wales here. I think Farrell had different ideas there, but it will stay with New South Wales. Wada tucks it onto the left. The wind up from Lewis, tries to find the bottom corner, denied. Ball back with Lewis, so there'll be a reset. Little fumble from Escalade on the bottom crease, and it's ended back with Bowater for Western Australia now. Assesses his options and says, well, I'm just going to carry this one up myself. Pass asked a lot of Farrell in there, not under a whole lot of pressure, reels that one in. Back up to Mellor, cutting quickly from the box. Nicely done, but simple save from Jasper Adderley. Lost track of that one under the right pad. There we go. So Wada has the clearing duties on this occasion for New South Wales. Winds up, shoots, denied. And the long field pass to Jerigian. Successful. That pass not so much. And nicely done by Joseph just to keep that to his advantage. Couldn't quite reel that one in, and a really clean hit there. Nicely done. I think that was Hirsch out there that put that body on. As clean as they come. Now Dennis. Just heaves cross court. Shot denied from Adderley once again, having a good couple of minutes here, the New South Wales goalkeeper. The outlet not so great though. Ball's going to come right back. Wood. Down to Bowater, 10 on the shot clock. Got to make something move here. Gets a shot. Another good save there from Adderley. So full 30 once again on the clock for WA. The wind up from Wood. Another good save from Adderley. Where's this one going to fall? Loose ball call on WA, and that pass not fantastic ahead of Johnson. Reels it in. He's got to get some help here. Numbers coming from the box. Gets it across to Escalade in the end. And the fresh legs do arrive for New South Wales, but only with 12 on the shot clock. Lewis. 5 on the shot clock, so he's just going to let one loose, and why not when you can shoot like that? Finds the bottom right corner. And Samuel Lewis adds his name to the scoring sheet. The 4th for New South Wales.
He's over the white line again. Let's go, Wales.
Nicely done by Bronkhorst. He's got Dennis. We saw those two link up earlier. Denied again by Adderley. Lucas Wood. Nice screen. Mitchell White. Nice little off-ball movement. Stick denied. Wood just probably spent that one before where he had it. Gets the reset. And that one ends up in the car park, so they'll get a full 30 with just over 30 seconds on the quarter clock here. So they can time this if they want to. Well, why do you need to run out the clock when you can make shots like that? Probably our goal of the day. That's gone the way of Lucas Wood. So we're inside shot clock territory now. 27 seconds left in the quarter. Spilkin and Bronkhorst go at it again. Ball falls to Western Australia here. And we've got a timeout charge Western Australia.
Didn't they call a timeout in the last quarter? Yeah, they did. That's 2 times out in 1 half.
We've got 21 seconds left in the first half here. New South Wales trail it 4-11. So let's wait and see what the Western Australian Brains Trust draw up in this timeout here, trying to add another on the eve of halftime. Just the slow restart here from Western Australia. Lucas Wood, we'll wait and see if they've actually drawn a play here, or if they're just happy to run it to the half. And here we go. Wood gets it low and a big hit there from New South Wales. And they deny the Western Australian opportunity in the dying seconds, and that's going to end the first half here. It's 7-goal advantage to the Western Australians at the halftime break over New South Wales in this third place playoff at the Lewer box score. All right, welcome back here. Second half underway between New South Wales and Western Australia.
Give it up. Hit the board, hit the board, hit the board, hit the board. Drop, 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 drop. Get off, get off, get off, get off.
11 for the lead to the West Aussies with 2 quarters under our belt. And for the second half here, as well as our next match with the bronze playoff between South Australia and the and Kinner's crew, I'm going to be joined by special guest CJ McGowan from the Queensland box women's team. CJ, welcome.
G'day, how you doing?
Very good, thank you. And we were just speaking off air earlier. How's your experience been here so far this week at the Alan Lewer box court for the 2025 Nationals?
I always have a fantastic experience when I come down for the Box Nationals. It's probably the highlight of my year coming down to do this.
And just as we see there, maybe not so much of a highlight there, massive hit in the far corner for one of the New South Wales players here.
I think that might be one of the Queensland players that's gone down, looking by the colour
Yeah,
of those shorts.
it does look like that.
Can't see the number, 84. I think that might have been young Mason Close, who's jumped in for New South Wales this morning.
Yeah, young Mason and Jackson really like the look of what they've put out on the court over not just the last couple of days for the Nationals, but also both those young boys competing at the Commonwealth Cup for the junior competition against the Canadians as well a week or so ago.
Yeah, certainly been a really big week for them. Heading off now.
So there is a penalty that's going to be coming here. It's going to be Alex Halliday serving some time. We'll wait and see what the call is.
Hey guys, big opportunity right now.
Call might have already been made, so you would expect probably 2 minutes maybe for a boarding call could have been the decision. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're saying, yeah, been a great week, CJ.
Yeah. So, started with the Commonwealth Cup, so a couple of our Queensland girls joined in for that as well. I think we had Steph and Ryken over and back there. So it's going to be a WA ball.
Yeah, it's awesome, and just going a long way to growing the game, isn't it? So.
Yeah. So in Queensland, obviously, there's a lot of growth that we need. So any opportunity for our youngsters to get involved and play a bit more lacrosse. Nice intercept there by Takashi.
Exactly right, really nicely done there. And New South Wales will still, there was a 5-minute penalty on that one. Sorry, CJ. So it was a major, and that's the first goal of the major cancelled out. That's hit the back of the net there. I think Takashi Wada is, he's going to go down as the goal scorer on that occasion.
Nice.
So first goal of the major cancelled, but there's still 4 minutes left on that penalty. So New South Wales a little bit of a reprieve here with that extra man, and they trail it by 6 goals now. So next up, we'll see the South Australian women take on Kinner's crew, and we were just talking before as well, CJ, that you had the pleasure of coming up against Kinner's crew last night. Seemed like a pretty great game, played in great spirits.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. So we got face-off there, won by New South Wales, but who's got the possession? Possession's going to go to WA. So last night against Kinner's crew, it was a pretty good game. We got to have some music and a bit of fun, and I think there was plenty of love shared between the two teams.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see. It's exactly what events like these are all about. And the short-handed goal, that's going to go the way of Harry Buckman for Western Australia. Just cut through the hole there with absolute ease. No one got a stick on him.
Yeah, it was a nice little pass there. Didn't quite catch who that was from, but it was a nice little assist.
Still man up.
I believe that's the second short-handed goal of the match for Western Australia. To start that, even though this one not too close at the moment, 7 goals of difference, but it can prove crucial, those short-handed goals, if you can get them. So nicely done here from New South Wales, and not wasting any time to pull the trigger there was Thomas Joseph.
WA ball as they bring it on down. Good ball with Dennis passed over. And it's going to end with Miller there.
Still plenty of time here to run down the clock on the power play. 3 minutes left on the penalty for WA. We've seen Buckman already with 1 on the shorthand. That one's going to be denied by the defender, no reset. Shot clock will give the ball back to New South Wales.
Ball heading up there. It's going to sit with Jackson. They're going to set up the attack.
So we saw Ryan Landell's in the first half prove himself a goal scorer. This one, well, he ends up back with Landell's. Leaves that stick out to dry there.
Yeah, went for the wind-up but didn't quite get anything happening. Nice little BTB pass.
But again, the shot clock proves the enemy. So it's Western Australia that carry in to their front half, courtesy of Ashby Dennis. Now Daniel Bowater. Still 2 minutes left on the major penalty for Halliday for Western Australia. And that's a really nice feed inside there with Lucas Wood getting on the end of it. That's a couple of times on this power play we've seen, CJ, that WA have just been able to pick their way through and hit the back of the cage.
Yeah, they're just sort of got a bit more experience and talent, I think, on WA. You know, New South Wales being one of the development states as well. I think it's great to see them out here, and they're certainly holding their own. What's the score at the moment? With 13-5, so I think that's a pretty good score for the third quarter.
Yeah, definitely agree. And in the middle here, it's been maybe about 60-40, I'd say, probably for Western Australia. So getting enough of it from the middle. So it's Adam Geragine that's going to get play back underway for WA across the wood. Now Mitchell White still with the extra out there, New South Wales, for the next minute 40. But we've seen the 2 short-handed goals for WA, so maybe a bit of a psychological thing, CJ, that I think the West Australians are actually moving a little bit better with the one less player out there, that their hand's been forced.
Yeah, got to work a little bit harder and make the defence move around and get them a bit confused, but a bit of a wide shot there causing the over and back.
So still a minute and a half left on the penalty for Western Australia.
Yeah, it's got a power play. Let's see what New South Wales can do with it.
That's a nice shot there, just snaking through the 5-hole.
Nice shot there from Patel.
Yeah, Dylan Patel getting on the end of that one. And I think he was the one that we saw him take a massive hit in the first quarter. Great to see him back out there and up and about.
Yeah, I was sitting right by that bench as he collided with those boards. It was quite a decent hit. So, yeah, definitely good to see him back out there still playing.
Yeah, it would have taken him a little while to catch his breath, I would have thought.
Yeah.
So that goal does finally kill the major penalty for WA. Did concede twice in that 5 minutes. And really nicely done there from Boncourse to win that one forward, and just to the advantage of Travis Wolf. He's got a couple of goals to his name.
So just setting up the attack now. I'm going to move that ball around. So we've got a nice pick there.
And that's a nice ball movement from the Western Australians. Daniel Bowater getting on the end of it from, I think that was a pass from Jacob Mellor on the bottom corner.
Yeah, nice roll around that pick that was set on the off-ball side there, and rolls in and just gets that pass and pops it away.
I think goals like that are probably where the next development of Australian box lacrosse would like to head. I think, CJ, in terms of maybe goals like that, we don't necessarily see too much of it, whereas if you watch a Canadian or American box team, that's 80% of their goals come that quick ball movement. So, yeah, you do love to see it. Nice check there.
That's a nice wraparound check, yeah. Very tidy, straight on the stick.
Yeah, and big shove in the rear there. Probably just more clumsy than anything.
I wonder if that one's going to be a boarding call by
Yeah, so there is going to be another power play for New South Wales here. It's going to be Travis Wolf that sits down for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, so 2 minutes for boarding, I think.
We mentioned it, it's good to see Patel back out there, but it's also good to see Mason Close as well involved in that last play after a big hit. So both those guys that coming off some decent whacks back out in the court.
That's what box lacrosse is all about, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly right.
I think that's one of the main things with development as well, is sort of as you develop your players, you want to make sure they're learning to take a hit and sort of learning how to take them safely, because you are going to get them, so you need to be ready for them. And
yeah, it's a good point, CJ. It's, you're right, it is part of the game. So nicely cleared from Western Australia. Buckman just carries to the corner. He's just got to see if
Miles Carlton is on him.
You could see he wanted the one-hand crease dive there, did Adam Georgian, but denied. Just over a minute left on the power play for New South Wales.
New South Wales is going to finish setting up their power play and see what they can make. Oh no, they're going to go an early shot.
Dennis passed one. He's got another in the way there, so just holds things up. Nice check to, I'm not exactly sure how that happened there, CJ, but in the...
I think he just slid over, and then, yeah, as he slid, he hung the stick out to dry, and it was just a very tidy check on that stick, just sent the ball flying.
Yeah, nice and cleanly as well. Nothing but stick, really.
Yeah.
So Landale lets it one fly. Patel reels that back in before the ball reaches the halfway line. Lewis, 8 on the shot clock. He's just going to step down and a nice cover.
Pressure! Pressure!
20 on the penalty now for WA.
Yeah!
Dennis is going to reel that one as the wind picks up here.
WA sending out some numbers to set up the attack here. Probably going to try and wind down.
And that's going to be the end of the penalty here, CJ. I'm not sure if they've quite picked up on that on the box. There is the West Australian, from what I could see, the West Australian players still sitting down there. So
I think, have they sent out an extra player from the box there? No? Oh no, there we go, letting him out now.
Yeah, he's back out there now, so
going to run straight into defence.
New South Wales able to get a couple of extra seconds of the power play there. And there's a man that snuck out the back here for WA if they can get it out to him. Just opts to run it out rather than make the ball do the work. And Farrell's by his lonesome out.
Clean run there. Oh, going to drag and dump. And we're going to get the ball up top to Bowater.
Don't mind that too much. That's maybe that was a directive from the coach's box that we can play longer sets potentially. So
yeah, slow it down, and they are up in front, so no need to rush it.
And potentially slowed it down a little too much there. WA, the shot clock violation coming. So New South Wales trying to get this to safety in the front half. Lee under pressure from Georgian. Nice off-ball pick there from Close. And we've got a foul coming here, so New South Wales will get another chance at the power.
ball there under pressure. Was that a cross check, that one? Is that what they've called it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Certainly having a bit of ref training in the background of everything else that I do comes in a bit handy trying to read some of these calls. Actually surprised I got through this tournament without a single penalty.
Really, that is, yeah, that's pretty impressive. How many games did you end up playing? Four or five?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yeah, so 4 games. It's got to be a record for me of a box tournament, 4 games without a penalty.
So Escalade, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gets across to Patel. Nice body on the line stuff there.
Yeah, some good defense there.
4:30.
There we go, we're going to get a fresh 30 from the top.
It's going to stay with New South Wales here, and this will be another full 30. So getting some good looks with the full shot clock. Landell's now Escalade gets one loose, shot saved.
Got the loose ball there.
Nicely done by Bronkhorst just to try and keep that to WA's advantage, but in the end it falls to Patel and another good save.
Help him out. Support Mason.
There's going to be a WA ball as it comes down the court again.
Yeah.
Oh, straight into the stick of Landell's.
Yeah, nicely picked off. He just had a sea of yellow in front of him, so he's just going to pull that one out and wait for numbers to arrive from the box. He's got 35 seconds on the penalty now for New South Wales. Tries the underhand shot, and why not? Little bounce and grubber into the bottom right corner. And Ryan Landell's, well, that's goal number 3 for him.
Was that one through the 5-hole there off the little ground ball, or did that pick a corner? I couldn't.
Yeah, hard to
quite
see from
through
this
my
spot,
seat.
but you just the little grubber, wasn't it? Didn't quite roll it in, but just a little half bounce in there as well. So
Yeah, not a bad little shot with pretty much a screen that would have been set up in front of the goalie there, making it hard to see.
and another conversion on their power play for New South Wales, so they'd be rolling at about a 75%, 80% conversion on the power play today, which is pretty good going, I would think.
Yeah, that's great to see from New South Wales. It's going to be early call on WA. It's going to be a New South Wales ball.
We're into the final minute of play here of the third quarter. 7-goal advantage to WA. Patel. Kicks loaded Johnson. Now the ball bobbling around. It's going to go the way of Western Australia with 36 seconds on the game clock.
Never fails to amaze me just how often that ball can actually get over these nets and get outside the court.
Yes. Good game awareness there from Buckman, just to have a look at what the game clock was sitting at.
So we've got a reset, so shot clock's the game clock at this stage.
So Mellor's going to lose that one, but it's not going to matter. It's going to be the end of the third quarter. A fruitful one for Western Australia, for New South Wales, rather, and well, they trail it by 7 goals at the final break of the third place playoff. And we might take a short break and be back with you for the final quarter. All right, one last quarter to go in this third place playoff between Western Australia and New South Wales. Lachlan Williams behind the microphone, joined by CJ McGowan. And it's New South Wales that nearly had the first crack at the cage in the final term. Jackson Close just left that one out, so it's going to come back to WA now.
Yep. We just got Wolf taking some heat from Takashi there. Going to pass it off to Wood.
That's pretty good, yeah. So down to 6 on the shot clock. Feed inside to Ward, and that's a nice finish there from Lucas Ward. Goal number 4 for him. He's certainly showed all of his experience and class out there today.
Yeah, nice little cut through the centre and a shot off there. Got another face-off with John Bronkhurst and number 94. I'm not quite too sure of that.
Yeah, so it's Jacob Spilkin in there for New South Wales.
That one's going to be a...
Don't have the exact stats on it, CJ, but I don't think any other players have stepped into the middle for a face-off so far today. I think it's just been those two exclusively. So clearly some favourites for the coaches to take the centre draw. It's going to be WA that come away with it this time as Ashby Dennis see some numbers arrive from the interchange.
It's a tough gig taking every face-off in the game because you kind of need to be aware that you've got to be ready for that face-off while you're playing. And got another goal there, going to go to WA.
Yeah, really nicely done there from the West Aussies. So feels like the New South Wales guys took back some of the momentum in that third quarter, but it's swung straight away at the start of this final term. 2 quick goals and they extend the lead out to 9 now.
Didn't quite hear what was going on in that coach's box, but I think I'd like to know some of their tips so I can take them back to Queensland and get our team fired up a bit sometimes.
So I think there was just a break behind the play there from the West Aussies, so it's going to stay with New South Wales.
Ball's going to be up top with Takashi while we set up the attack.
Wide carries low and under plenty of pressure there from Ashby Dennis. Well, we know his defensive prowess on the field game, but transferring it out there as well on the box court. Ryan Landell's lets that one loose and sent the goalie one way and put it in the other. Really nicely done there from Ryan Landell's, and that's goal number 4 for him as well. He joins Lucas Wood with the 4th major as the leading goal scorer of the day. So just talking earlier, CJ, that's been nice to see the eclectic mix in a team such as the New South Wales guys. Players from young Jacob Spilkin in the middle there from Melbourne, plays out of Caulfield, but players from different clubs and even different countries.
Yeah, I think having president squads is always a good way to grow the game. What have we got there?
I'm just got a timeout on the official.
Yeah, so the president squads, I think they're always good because even, a big state like your Victorias and things like that have a lot of local talent, maybe they don't make the Victorian team, but definitely showing some promise. Being able to jump into a president squad gives them a chance to sort of come along and play at this elite level and gain some skills. So maybe next year, they might have a bit more confidence or a bit more chance at making the team once they've been able to show what they can do at this level.
Sure, and Bowater under plenty of heat there. Nice save from Jasper Adley. It's another young kid from Melbourne. Happy to be proven wrong, CJ, but I would say that Jasper couldn't be older than 17.
Yeah. I think it's good to sort of see the young fellas out there. They are going to be the future and stuff like that. It's probably another one that those president squads get to pick up some of the younger ones that, there's more experienced players in the Victorian team, and getting out to do what they can do for another state in a president squad certainly gets them that same experience.
How good is that? We saw him on the canvas earlier, but he's jumped off it.
With a
And
behind the back goal, straight through the 5-hole.
Dylan Patel around the back goal. How do you like that one?
That was very nice. I dare say that one's going to be on his Facebook and Instagram later after he does a bit of a screen recording.
Chuck that on the highlight reel. Yeah, very good there. As we mentioned, he was sucking in the big ones earlier, but he looks up and about after that. Maybe run a marathon. The adrenaline he's going to have after scoring that goal.
I think one of the best things about box lacrosse is sometimes you might not be feeling, you know, super in the game. You take a big hit and all of a sudden you sort of wake up and you know where you're at. Kind of gets the adrenaline flowing and the blood pumping. Certainly think that's how I felt last night. I think the first quarter I was a bit down, and by the time I took a few big hits, come out second quarter ready to have a bit more fun.
Yeah, nice. And well, the goal seems to have woken New South Wales up here. They a little bit more zip maybe in the last couple of seconds. Nice ground ball from the face-off and straight away a shot on goal there. So they are up and firing once again now, just like they were earlier in the match. So I think the result is probably a little bit beyond them, but they are well and truly in the fight to have a strong finish to this game here. Johnson, a little bit of an ambitious feed potentially inside to Landell's. We've seen him hit the scoreboard a couple of times, but they're not asking a bit too much. Farrell just going to track this one down into the back corner.
Yeah, the pass to centre when the centre's got 3 people on him might look great if you can pull it off, but maybe not the best choice.
So Patel, Dennis trying the little wrap around.
Oh.
Once, twice, 3 times, and I would say that there's probably got to be a foul coming there at some point. I see no hand in the air from any official, so play continues. I thought at least one of them might have got a piece of the face mask.
I'm pretty sure one did, but you know, if the ref doesn't see it, then it didn't really happen.
So down to 5 on the shot clock. Patel's going to have to try and pull some more magic out here. Wants that left hand and just denied. Real good awareness there from, I think that was Tegan Hirsch out there, just forcing Patel back onto the right hand and not allowing them to roll back and get the shot off. So what has been a bit up and down for Western Australia here. I was about to say they'll look for a long possession here, but the shot just opened wide up there for Lucas Wood.
It's another save. Young Jasper. And that might have been straight off the helmet and outside the court.
So White driving around there. It's Mitchell White, sorry. And another good save there from Jasper Adderley.
A few cross-court feeds and ball picked up by New South Wales, but it's under pressure.
Nicely done there from young Adam Geragine. I would dare say he would have played probably the most games over the last the last week and a half. CJ, he was involved in the Commonwealth Cup from the very first day. So he would have been playing 1, possibly 2 games a day during that competition, plus in this Western Australian team. So he'll be feeling nice and tired and sore and have a well-earned rest, I think, when he gets back home to Perth.
Yeah, always got to admire, you know, the youngsters that come out, especially having the Commonwealth Cup. I don't know if they get even a day's break before they start this one, you know, depending if they're, you know, if that young fella was picked in the tournament squad.
I think he was, yeah. So.
Yeah, playing in the tournament squad as well. Certainly did not get a day off between, so nice to see him still going strong out there and making some good decisions.
So it's a little bit of a miscommunication there. No harm. New South Wales can reel that one back in. Good save.
It's going to be a reset if they can get that ball back, which they can.
Nicely done from Dave Escalade. Asked a lot of his teammate in the middle. The little one-hand ground ball just evading Miles Cowton there, and it's going to end up with Western Australia now. And he's got a teammate in pursuit. Alex Halliday has done a lot of work to help out his teammate there. The shot missing wide from Deshaun.
To be picked up by Wood there. It's under pressure from Takashi.
So we're seeing That shot just missing wide, and the shot clock will expire. The weather has been interesting, I guess, probably to say the least, the last couple of days here in Melbourne, and the wind really picking up here this morning. It's forecast to get to about 31 today, so
31 today. That doesn't even sound bad compared to what we were under yesterday.
Comparatively. What was it like playing last night? CJ, I know it would probably cool down a touch, but still would have been pretty warm.
Yeah, I think it was about maybe 34, 33. I think the heat protocols had maybe chilled out enough that we didn't have to have hydration breaks.
Yeah.
We're already down on the 12-minute quarters due to Kenna's crew having their second game of the day, so we're already doing the 12-minute quarters. Yeah, and we actually elected, because we got pushed back with the overtime game from Queensland, New South Wales, so at the halftime, we had an agreement between us and Kenna's crew as well, just to shorten that halftime break a bit so we could just get back out on the courts and keep going, so we could get home 5 minutes earlier.
Yeah, nice.
Doesn't seem much, but when you're still playing at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it could certainly add up. And the wind really picking up here now. It's New South Wales in possession through Patel. Drives the lane and then kicks across to Johnson. Wide up, step down, missing wide. And can they keep this one in the front half?
Oh, it's going to be an over and back. Nice little attempt, but just a bit of a toe over the line there.
So Dennis brings play back underway. Just over 4 minutes left in this game here. As mentioned, coming up next, we've got the third place women's playoff between South Australia and Kenna's crew. Nice little feed inside to Mitch White. Cutters coming from the top, a little around the back, just heave to nobody really.
We off a WA stick, so that's going to be another over and back. Ball's going to be with New South Wales setting up their attack. See if they can get themselves into the double digits before the end of this game.
So the drive from Landale's, nice little pop across to Lewis, and that's
We've got that one away.
Snuck past into the back of the net.
I'll tell you what, some of the crew, some of the girls from Kenna's crew, they're over here. They know that goal scorer there. I believe they played with him on a bit of a touring trip, so that captain, Sam Lewis. I've seen them down here all week sort of supporting him during games, so I bet they would have loved that one. When they get to see it later, they're probably warming up for their game now, but...
Yeah, and very tidy finish off a nice pass, and when the results beyond the pale, just the little wins, CJ can be the motivating factor as a Halliday across to Jerry Jean. Nice little step to get goal side denied on this occasion again from Adelaide.
Yeah, it was a beautiful pickup before from Halliday off that face-off.
Yeah, sometimes it can be about the little wins and, hitting the double-digit mark, potentially one of those for New South Wales here. And the margin just at 6, so more than respectable. They've been right in this one, New South Wales.
I think one of the other interesting things when you've got a president's squad, you're throwing a bunch of players together that have never played together before. They don't really know how each other works, so it's always good to see by the end of the week how the team learns, how everybody plays and sort of can pull off these things.
So a little up and back here for the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we were actually watching lacrosse or tennis then.
So 2.5 to play.
Another feed to the centre taken under pressure.
Landale's lets that one fly from distance. WA will come away with it. That long feed to Lucas Wood, a little ambitious in the end. Wind up from Mason Close, not afraid to have a crack there. Ball is flying everywhere. It's not going to matter. It's going to stay with Western Australia here. And I think both sides are pretty content about not getting on their bike too much, letting the ball do the work, and why not? Lucas Wood gets on the end of that one, and Western Australia find their 17th of the match.
Looks like we're going to have a change in the face-off.
Does look like that way. Adam Geragine for Western Australia is going to take this one.
It's one of those ones I was saying before, you know, when you're on the face-off, you're trying to think every time you're out there playing about being ready for the next face-off, and sometimes you get caught on the field and you're just not going to be able to get in there for it and do something afterwards. So
it is won there by Jacob Spilkin for New South Wales. It's going to come to Jackson closing out. 1.5 minutes remaining in this match. I've got a timeout on New South Wales, so I'm sure they'll put the brains trust together and try and draw something up here to hit the scoreboard one final time in this third place playoff. So have you got any tips for today, do you think, CJ, in terms of our third place playoff coming up next, and then we've got the two finals following that? Have you got any thoughts or any opinions?
I mean, I must admit that, you know, I do follow the women's a bit more than I follow the men's.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, the 3v4 match. I think again that one's probably going to go to Kinner's Crew based off the last score of the game between SA and Kinner's Crew. But I do think SA as well. They've really come together this week. Certainly, you know, pulled out some stronger games towards the end. SA definitely have some strong shooters. They can, you know, take a few shots from out quite wide. But Kinner's Crew just seem to they got a lot of muscle, a lot of strength, a lot of experience. And they just seem to generally have a lot of fun when they're out there, which I think is great to see. And sort of adds a new level to this tournament.
Awesome.
The women's 1v2, I'm thinking it's going to go to Vic, but you know, WA always bring a hell of a lot of fight with them. So I think it could just about be anyone's game. You know, at the end of the week when everybody's tired, I think sometimes it can go to the team that's got a bit more grit.
That's the beauty of finals lacrosse, isn't it? That anything can happen once you get out there, and the situations unfold and the mind games can tend to start sometimes. But we turn our attention back to this match here, and it's Lewis that tries to get another one for New South Wales as we approach full time here. New South Wales will get the reset.
New South Wales seem to be favouring a lot of these low shots, trying to aim for that 5-hole.
So Patel, we saw a really nice behind the back goal earlier. Gonna kick it back to the top to Johnson now. Landells, 10 on the shot clock. Back through Lewis, tries to find the top corner that time. Denied, and it's Farrell. Just twirling and in and out of trouble.
He's under a lot of pressure there. And the pressure's going to pay off for New South Wales.
They've done nicely here to bring that one forward, and possibly the last real chance of the match. Just over 30 seconds left in this game. Patel, one way then the other, really wants that left hand. Nicely denied there from Dennis.
Oh, straight into the
That's
into
not,
the chest
not
there.
what you want in the last 20 seconds of the competition, but John Bronkhorst, last real chance, and
There
finds
we
the back of
go.
the net for Western Australia.
The question is he going to take the face-off with about 7 seconds left on the clock after that goal? No, he's going to send someone else out there. He says, I'm done, I got my goal. I'm going to sit on the bench and be ready to hug my goalie at the end of the match.
So game played in pretty good spirit here. Pretty high quality from both sides. New South Wales able to hit the back of the net 10 times, which has been a real success for them. Spilkin wins this one, and it's fallen to the West Aussies. The ball's going to end up in absolute no man's land, and that's going to be the end of this third place playoff. It's going to be Western Australia that take out the third position here at the 2025 Senior Box National Championships over New South Wales. 18-10 the final score here, as we see both teams get around their respective goalies. CJ, well, thank you very much for joining me for this one. We'll be back in about half an hour's time, I think, for the next third place playoff. We will see South Australia women, South Australia women take on Kinner's Crew. You'll be joining me for that one as well. So
Certainly will.
really looking forward to that one. But for now, Lachlan Williams signing off from the third place men's playoff.
Well done. Tape job.